My name is Kevin Reed. I'm going to show you and your training partner an exercise system that will make you better with age. Literally. No matter what age you are, everything will get better. You will lose body fat, you will strengthen muscle and bone, you will improve cardiovascular capacity and increase your flexibility and your balance. And what this means for you is less obesity, less diabetes, less heart disease, less high blood pressure. You will have more of everything good and less of everything bad. In this private training atmosphere, I have created a system which works for two people of any age. Husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, co-workers, whatever you choose. I have a system that works one against the other, and ultimately you become better with age. Everything that I'm going to demonstrate here and have my folks demonstrate to you is in my book, Better with Age, the Couples Training System. And what we're going to do here shortly is give you a little insight into exactly what goes on. And from there, the book outlines in its entirety all 9 workouts. We're going to touch upon one of them here today. And ultimately, I encourage you to go to your local bookstore or download Better with Age, the Couples Training System. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Okay, we're going to start out with a warm-up. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the 2 people or the 4 people that you're going to be observing in this tape. Now, I have Glenn, who is 79 years old. I have Sharon, who is 69 years old. There's Jason at 31 and Megan at 24. Now, the reason I am kind of highlighting these 2 different demographics is to prove and sort of show how this system benefits each end of the age spectrum. Everyone who gets on board with this system gets better with age. But there are some similarities to everyone's workout, and I'm going to walk through a little bit of what these similarities are. First and foremost, everyone is going to do a warm-up. And this is one of my favorite machines right here. It's an elliptical. It's a full range motion type unit that you can use, gets everything going, arms and legs, and gradually raises our heart rate, our respiratory rate, and it gets us prepared for the workout. Failing a machine like that, and as you will see, I've got customers who get on here, I have them hold dumbbells, and basically they're going to warm up in this kind of fashion. When I have my 2 folks, my couples together, will traditionally have one of them on a machine for 3 to 4 minutes, take the other one out, and as you will see, do a balance device called the Bosu. Now, as you're going to see shortly, I'm going to have certainly my couples, Glenn, on here. I'm going to chuck a lightly weighted ball to him. We are going to do this for 3 to 4 minutes. Sharon will be on the machine, and ultimately the system works by overlapping one person to another. Now, the first exercise I'm going to have Sharon doing is what's called a press, a Bosu press, and it's going to be incredible once you see her doing this. 15 reps is what I want from my customers, and this is the first exercise that today we're going to be doing, and as you will see, Sharon will be demonstrating it beautifully. 15 reps of that, a compound exercise using triceps, shoulders, pecs, all of the important shoulder muscles. Supersets. I do everything in supersets. It's the way the system works, and what that means is that we go from one exercise to another exercise without rest. Following that exercise, that press with a Bosu, I have my customers do this. It's a fly. It keeps it in the same muscle groups, the pecs. That is where we go to totally fatigue the upper body, pectoral, shoulder type muscles. That's the follow-up set, and immediately following that, high intensity interval. High intensity interval, short duration, high intensity. We don't have to do things for long in order to get the benefit. I have my customers put on the gloves. I have them step onto this Bosu. It's usually a 1/2 minute, in some cases a 45-second ride. And I will tell you what, a 1/2 minute spent in front of the bag, giving it your all, is going to be a 1/2 minute that adds up. That is one set. Now indeed, you're going to see, and I'm going to take you through, the next set, and for Glenn, as you will see shortly, involves a set of presses. And again, I'm walking you through this because in some cases there are limitations, which I outline in the book. Sharon cannot do a twisting press, but she can do a press off the Bosu. Glenn, as you see, will be doing this exercise. From the toes, which is again advanced, that right there, nice square shoulders to the floor, and pressing and turning these as we go up, And again, not for the weak-spirited. From there, Glenn will come right on in, and as I have demonstrated here, he's going to go straight to his fly. And again, that comes down to another example of just punishing those pecs. And again, we want to take it to the same muscle group because we want to fatigue them in their entirety. And again, Glenn will do the same thing, sometimes with different resistance, sometimes with the same resistance, depending on the capabilities of the customer and you. And again, all this is outlined in the book in its entirety. So there's no guesswork. And again, Sharon is 69 years old. Glenn is 79 years old. It's nothing short of amazing. So with that in mind, Glenn will come right back to it. And as I demonstrated here moments ago, he will be asked to hop up on this bag and again, unleash, of course with the gloves on so it doesn't hurt too badly. We are halfway through our workout. Glenn and Sharon and Megan and Jason have got their pushing muscles worked, the shoulders, the triceps, the pecs, and to keep things balanced, we're now going to pull. We want to do some pulling exercises. So I start my folks out with an exercise such as this, a row, where we are going to strap on some resistance and we're going to pull this bad boy down. And again, I talk of reps, 15 reps. Generally, we want to get 15 reps, which I'm only going to do 2 of for demonstration, in order to gain strength, certainly, but not mostly. It's for tone, general fitness, and it's a good safe resistance too, because anything too heavy could cause some harm, and anything too light, we're not really doing ourselves a favor. So again, the superset strategy is to fatigue the muscles. So I have 1 set of 15 done to fatigue where I'm just about spent. I have my folks come to a straight arm pull down. I'm still working my back muscles, which are the lats back here, but also my triceps, because I have a straight arm, are going to work as well. So my folks for this superset go from a traditional high row from above, my back is nice and straight, to this straight arm pull down so that we can again fatigue the muscles completely and entirely. Because we have 2 kinds of muscles, fast twitch, slow twitch. They both respond to different stimuli. By offering up all this stimuli and of course rewarding them after those 2 fatiguing exercises with something like this, again is madness. But the response, as you can see from especially Glenn and Sharon, is nothing short of miraculous. So after all that fatiguing work, we do this. I challenge for balance on the boat too, and my muscles are working hard. Half minute of that. That again is the reward for hard efforts. So that is another loop. That, my dear folks, is another example of how we balance pushing versus pulling muscles. And of course, the person who is not working out comes back to the machine, or who is not doing the resistance. So superset, superset, high intensity interval, and then we keep the heart rate going with the elliptical. Okay, as I've described, in this private training studio, I've created an incredibly unique and effective balance of resistance, flexibility, balance, cardio core. You've seen it all except for the core. And don't get me wrong, when we are hitting that bag and we're standing on that BOSU, there's lots of core activity. And anytime we're on a Swiss ball or using a tooth, there's core. But at the end of all of my clients' workouts and at the end of your workout, when you're done with getting the flavor for it through my book, you're going to finish with core. Now today I'm going to demonstrate and have my clients demonstrate as well an extremely effective core exercise called a plank. And it's made even more effective by doing it on a BOSU. And as I show you, what we're going to do, we're going to get in front of our BOSU and we're going to get our elbows on it. And traditionally, my folks will start with a very short version, less than a minute, and no BOSU. But as you will see, once you get going on this, you can certainly get lots of time. And yes, the BOSU plank as it is right there, and you'll see demonstrated by my clients. 1 full minute I have them stay on it. We watch that the back is solid and straight, and we work that core. The core is a girdle. It goes all the way around us. This is one of the best exercises for it. That's the plank. All right. From there, 2 sets of that for Glenn and Sharon, depending on the requirements, or you might say the goals of my clients. We'll do 2 or 3 of these sets, which we've just demonstrated, followed by the core, always the intervals of cardio in between, and at the end, covering some of the flexibility, we stretch. Today we've worked our chest and back muscles, so what I'll traditionally have my folks do is come to one of my doorways, and as you'll see me do now, step through. I'm going to have 1 foot forward, my upper arm about parallel to the ground, and stepping through, we'll get a nice stretch through my pecs, and even better demonstrated maybe is this way. So stepping through like so, you can see the tension through my deltoids, my pecs. I'm gonna spend a few seconds doing this, about 20 to 30 seconds, and as I describe in my book, that's to basically make use of some warm muscles at the end of a workout when they're pliable and willing to take on a new range of motion. Followed by that again, the pushing muscles we worked. We're gonna go into a stretch which works the pulling muscles, the muscles that we pulled with. Here we go, it's simple. We got a couch, we got a chair, we got anything we can stand in front of like this. And by dropping my elbows down between, my head down between my elbows and getting a good stretch there, I can feel that from my triceps into my back. And we do that again for 20 to 30 seconds. The body will react to 20 to 30 seconds of a stretch. It has to be that long for it to work. Basically, kids, this will turn out to be about an hour. You have covered, as I say, resistance, balance, flexibility, cardio, and core. There's nothing out there, there's nothing on the market that gets you exactly what this hour gets you, again, because of this atmosphere, because of all of this over the years trying and testing. It's just come to be one of the best examples of a full, well-rounded workout that I have personally ever witnessed. At 44 years old, I am as strong and as fit as I've been in my entire life, and every one of my clients is equally as strong and fit because they continue to train with this system. So I encourage you, do yourself and someone you care about a favor and download or go to a bookstore and get Better with Age, the couples training system.